What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your boy Mastermind here for Ohio Cannabis Live on a late night run to the dispensary. Did you know you could buy weed in Columbus till 9 o'clock at night? Did you know that? Well, they take the last customer at 8:45, so we gonna try to get there before they close. So I need y'all to get on the internet and tell me what everybody is liking right now. What is the talk? What's everybody talking about? They're trying to figure out, who's going to be the best dispensary, the best cultivator, the best processor. So I'm dying to know what products everybody is into right now. Right now, I'm just talking up time because it takes a minute for YouTube to let people know that I'm actually live streaming. So right now, at the beginning of this video, we're just talking. So if you're new to my content, I stream live every Friday at 4:20 p.m. on the dot. I've been doing this for 5 years now, and we're less than 5 videos away from 900 videos. So I'm going to start doing a bunch of videos and rap suggestions so that we can cross that 900 video threshold. Right now, we only got one person watching and one liker. Who is that? Kevin B. What's up, Kevin? out here on the road again. You know how it is, man. I was at home and I was gonna do a video. I still probably might do a video. I got this lemon glue that I just took down. It's gonna take a couple days for it to get dry. So about to make this Dispo run. See what they got going. Who else? Thin Lizzy. What's up, Thin Lizzy? What's up, Jimmy? What's up, man? Who else is that? Acid Dungeon. Howdy. Hey, okay. I don't know about putting acid in a dungeon, man. That might not work out too well. I mean, that'd be hard to breathe, man. Thanks for being here, though. Appreciate you. Hey, what y'all medicating on? You said Chinese spot, dinner time. Botrick says correctly join the channel. I love how it says it correctly join the channel. Free memberships at 20 views. Holy crap. Oh man, did y'all hear that? We gotta get the views up. He said free membership. He set the threshold. My God. Yeah, somebody share this video. Uh-oh. Got to make a move. Yep, so this dispensary is almost 30 minutes away from my current position. So, let's talk about purchasing weed at night. You buy cannabis at night. There's a lot of things goes into that. You go out to see your dealer, you're going to get a bag, literally a bag, with maybe you get a sandwich baggie, maybe you get a Kroger's baggie. I mean, I don't know. I've been giving weed in so many different things. Let me know in the comments some of the coolest or most funniest packaging you've gotten your weed in from your dealer. I've gotten weed in the cellophane pack from the Newport Kings. I've gotten it in the Cracker Jack box. I've gotten it in the box of cookies. I've gotten a big bag from McDonald's before. Have you ever gotten a bag in the Burger King bag and have it your way? Or did you, I mean, a lot of people, they just, some people, they just take a piece of paper, some aluminum foil. Holy smokes, look at that. Free memberships at 20 views. You shouldn't have said that, Jimmy. That happened so fast. You should have raised the bar to at least 100, man. Damn. Man, that happened so quickly. Okay, she's busting to make up his mind. First he had his blinker on, then he didn't have blinker on. Well, maybe he let somebody else at the bus stop. But still, he still could have did a better job of just signaling. So, yeah. So we got 5 memberships that just got dropped out there. We only got 6 likes. Now, if you registered to vote today on the OhioCannabisAwards.com website and you haven't received your voter ID number yet, do me a favor and just email me at info@OhioCannabisLive.com. I'm going to send them back out when I get back home. Just bear with me. Like I said, obviously we're getting a bunch of registrations. So I'll get them out there. If I already know you and you're voting, obviously we're going to make sure you get to make sure you get it. I might send it to you a different way, but typically what we do is we get your registration, and if you subscribe to the site, that'll make it actually easier too. Like, there's a way at the bottom of the page, subscribe to the site as a site member, and that will actually speed up getting your voter ID. This makes it easy for me to be able to respond when you're a member of the site. But it's not a necessary step, so no pressure. But you do have to register to vote, and once you do that, you get your voter ID number, and you go ahead and vote. Let your opinions be heard as far as who you think the best dispensary, the best cultivator, the best processor is. And we'll be giving out trophies on November the 2nd in Canton at the Ohio Cannabis Board's dinner. And the Ohio Cannabis Board's dinner, the tickets are on sale right now. If you buy a ticket for just the dinner, it's $50 plus the fees on the site. And if you buy the combo ticket, which is $100, that gives you the 2-day pass and access to the dinner and all the goodies that come with that. So it's your choice which one you pick. Everybody's got budgets, and we don't have a lot of tickets. So those 100 tickets for the awards dinner will probably go pretty quick once people realize there's only 100 tickets, and then if we get to open it up, we'd have to sell 100 tickets quick for us to open up another 100 tickets. So and that can happen fast. Everything always goes so quick when everybody figures out what's going to happen. They're like, oh, I'm there now. So we're putting in a lot to this. We was up to 20 watchers, and then we went down to 9, 7 likes. So it's dark outside. There's not anyone dancing and shaking in the background. If I turn the camera around, you really can't see me. It's dark, so there's no point in me doing that. So I gotta give you something to look at. So that's why I give you the road. You see the traffic, what I'm dealing with out here on these streets. And Columbus is fixing the roads up slowly but surely. Is that Germ? Hey, how you doing, Germ? Good to see you in here. Joseph, you got a membership there? Hey, Joseph, how you doing? Yeah, so, right now, our main goal is to help people, learn more about cannabis. And we need y'all to help spread the word about the events, about the Ohio Cannabis Expo, about the Ohio Cannabis Dinner. We need you to share the commercials, share the videos. That's going to help us with the algorithm. Donate if you can. You can donate at ohiocannabislive.com/donate. My Cash App's also in the description. But, I just like to say, hey, if you come up with $1 or $2 to the channel, that helps out. You can be a member of the channel for $1.99 a month. My good guy Jimmy done gave away 5 memberships. But being a channel member means you're going to be recognized. You're going to get the VIP video clips. And everybody, Jimmy and other VIPs in here can tell you what it's like to be a VIP with Ohio Cannabis Live. We take good care of our VIPs. We really do. We make sure everybody is good to go. I can't tell you everything we do on the internet because you got to be a VIP to find out, right, Jimmy? And so, we try to let you know what's going on. Now, mind y'all, for safety reasons, I may not address all of your comments in real time. That's why I have moderators on here like Jimmy to help answer your questions and other people watching to make sure that you're not ignored. So we do appreciate you being on the stream, but for safety reasons, we may not be able to always answer your questions in real time. And you wouldn't believe how small the text is on the phone but it's pretty daggone small. So that does make sense. Now, what you probably want to know is like, okay, where are we going? So right now I'm going to Bloom Medicinals here in Columbus, Ohio. I live on the east side of Columbus, and the dispensary is located on the west side of Columbus. And I'm about 13 miles away. Now, Columbus has 16 dispensaries, and not all 16 I think are operational. I think 15 are operational, maybe 14. I think 15 are operational. I have a dispensary right by my house, but they're not open on Mondays. And this dispensary told me I was getting 30% off. So I just went ahead and got my card and said 30% off. I'll take that. I'll take that deal. And they open till 9 o'clock. I'll take that too. Sometimes the best deals are had at the last minute, right? Sometimes they're not. But what I would like for you to do in the comments is tell me what you're currently medicating on, whether it's, something from the program or if it's something you grew. And I would love for you to tell me in the comments any suggestions on any particular strains that are out there that you think that I should jump on and try. This place has a wide variety of products there. I'm not going to get into what they are and how much they cost and all that on here because that would not be good for YouTube. So, but it's okay to have a conversation about what's good and what's not. And, many of you know me for liking a strain called Layered Cake. And I found a company on here that's doing a strain called Layered Cake. And the company is called Essence. I think it's a newer company. But I am curious, like Layered Cake got me wondering, is it a variant of Layer Cake? And it just didn't call it that, but I would like to investigate it if you've heard of it. Another strain that I tried before that was good was called Permanent Marker. The one I tried was from Clutch. It was decent, but this one I'm looking at now is from Certified. So I'm wondering if anybody tried their Permanent Marker. I'm noticing a lot of the same strains coming from the same companies. Anybody else noticing that? What's up, Steve? How you doing? Is that the Green Buckeye? I love that name. All right. I see you got your member star on there. That's what's up, the Green Buckeye. I love the name. That's a great name, the Green Buckeye. That just sounds like a superhero. The Adventures of the Green Buckeye. I love that thing. Hey, you got it. I bet you got a shirt made up for that. That's a great name. The Blueberry Funk by Buckeye Relief. Really? Blueberry Funk. Okay. Blueberry Funk. I can't say that I've tried that yet. Is that a hybrid indica or sativa? And is that a low tester or a high tester? I'm just curious. We ain't got to get into specifics here, but Blueberry Funk. I'm gonna ask about that. I can't think. I mean, here's my thing. Be honest with you, Green Buckeye. Every time I try something with blueberry in it, it always ends up not being for me. So I always have to be careful with anything. I like blueberries, but not in the way that most people like. I like bananas more than I like blueberries. So it's really, I'm the type of guy. I like cake strain. I like runt strains. I like gelato strains. I like some sativas, but I mean, I'm the type of guy that likes lemon do-si-do if we're talking Buckeye Relief, or if we're talking like something with a lot of flavor, like the Scotty Mints by Seed and Strain, like a lot of flavor in those particular strains. I'm reading y'all's comment. Orange Kush Cake. Really? Orange Kush Cake? Who is a good high? Who grows the Orange Kush Cake? Who's growing that? I'm not. I don't know. I feel like I had something that was orange, but it was from Pure, Ohio. Who was the cultivator on that? Firelands? Really? You had it before, Jimmy? I ain't here. I love how it says you leveled up. Yeah, the more comments you make, the more stuff. You guys see this bot Ricks thing in here? That is supposed to be here. It's not a spam. It's actually like an automated moderating system to help moderate the chat that we're having, so it can block out certain keywords and things of that nature. So that is not spam or anything, and the bot Ricks is supposed to be here. That's something that my good friend Captain Green told me. And I just haven't figured out how to make it do other cool things, like, it's supposed to make announcements and things like that. I'm still learning how to use it. So it's going to get better and cooler. Okay. So yeah, we are currently 6 miles away from our target. What did y'all have for dinner tonight? Did anybody eat out, cook out? I had chicken and baked potato. I have to eat really bland stuff, like, because I have a bad habit with this pancreas stuff. You have to eat really bland stuff, so I try not to eat a bunch of like really greasy fat foods. I know what I would love. I tell you what I really want right now. I really want a cheeseburger. I really would like a cheeseburger, but right now I'm really jonesing for an A4, A5 Japanese Wagyu. That's really what I'm jonesing for right now. I found one place that sells this steak in a restaurant, and it's $160 steak. And I absolutely, like, on my bucket list of things to eat. Like, I'll be looking at them tomahawk steaks too, but them a little bit out of my price range right now. But the Wagyu filet mignon, $160 piece of meat. So they saying this is top rated. I don't know if they're feeding the animal gold dust or platinum oats or something. I don't understand how steak costs that much money, but they're saying it's the top. Like, I don't know, like, if they bring it in on a private jet to the restaurant that night. I mean, for that kind of money, I just wonder how many of them they selling a day. How many $165? Plus, that don't even include the sides, by the way. Like, so if you want a baked potato with that, it's gonna be $200. That dinner gonna be $200 just for you. You bring a friend, oh man, you better have some real money in your pocket. Lynette, you in here? Hey, how you doing, Lynette? You had some Bob Evans down on the farm. I used to get Bob Evans all the time until I start having upset stomachs and diarrhea and stuff. And I realized, thing with Bob Evans is they're trying to be consistent across multiple locations, but they're not. Some restaurant locations are just much better at preparing food, much cleaner than others. So, like, I'm real particular about where I get my Bob Evans from. And I usually get the turkey dinner. What did you get from Bob Evans tonight? What dinner did you end up getting? Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the comments, so I missed that. That's what moderators are for. Shout out to my moderators, Lynette and Jimmy. Been with me for a very long time. I appreciate, love y'all. Much love to my moderators. Shout out to my sponsor, Horticulture Lighting Group, and my partners, Leafwell. If you need your medical card renewed, I got a deal going on right now. Go through my website, OhioCannabisLive.com, and with my partner, Leafwell, they're normally charging $99, but through my discount, you can get it for $89. It's real easy. Do it all through their app. Even if you're already with somebody else, the transformation over is super easy, stress-free, and you don't got to worry about getting a whole bunch of medical records together because everything is online. Just put everything inside their app. And again, you just go to OhioCannabisLife.com, and right on my homepage, you can click on renew my card or get my card. And you can also check your days. So if you're still checking days, you can also check your days through my website under the patient resources tab. You can still check your days on there. I didn't get rid of that feature because I know people are still checking days. You know, has anybody bought recreational in here? I mean, or has everybody still got their card? I'm just curious to know how many people, you know, got their card versus they're still, you know, just paying these is anybody actually paying this recreational sales tax? I mean, I'm sure people are, but I mean, I'm not. I just can't do it. I can't see it. It just doesn't make sense to me. You know, the way I shop for cannabis now in a dispensary is, how old is the weed? That's my number one question that I need to find out when I get there. Like, if you're going there a lot, you'll kind of like figure out what's old and what's not, what's good. But I don't have time for that. I don't have time. I need to know when I get there, is this old or not? You know, I don't want to order it online and then get there and you show it to me and then I'm like, man, I don't want that. That's old as dirt. Now I wonder it was on sale. I want to know, you know, when we first started the program, we didn't even have to worry about this issue. But now, there's so many companies out there, we're worried. We got to look at this stuff. Like, is this stuff fresh or is it old? And what I want you to tell me in the comments is, if you bought weed from any dispensary, what is the oldest weed you ever bought? When did it expire? Was it about to expire when you got it? I don't care if you bought it from Michigan or Ohio. And if you bought some old weed, did you notice that it didn't smell like nothing? Or it was extremely dry? I want to hear that in the comments. Hey Brandon, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for joining the chat. Yeah. What I'm going to do when I get there is I'm just going to leave this stream running. Let y'all just keep talking. And then when I come back out, I'll tell you what I ended up getting. And then we can talk about it and see, you know, if it was a good decision or it's a complete waste of money. But while I'm doing that, what y'all need to do is tell everybody that share this series, #1 Ohio Cannabis social media on the internet right now. Almost at 900 videos. We're going to hit the 900 videos. We really are going to hit the 900 videos. And you're going to tell all your friends to subscribe. And while I'm in here, you are going to be telling me all kind of stuff about, you know, who you think the best companies are right now. You're going to be telling people to go to OhioCannabisAwards.com and to vote, because there's going to be a bunch of people that are going to tap in and be like, there's no one here, there's nothing talking, it's just a stream of people going to buy weed. Like, yo. But at the end of the day, we all trying to get information here. Yeah, I mean, we up to 16 likes, 23 viewers. We just now getting the conversation started. We're talking about Ohio cannabis. That's what we're talking about. And this is what it's like now. You can buy weed from the dispensary at 8 o'clock at night. Did you know that? They're grinding late night. Oh, look at that. We got the Walmart. We got Walmart here. So you can go here and get the groceries. And then you can stop and buy some weed. I mean, now this one don't have a drive-through. But, you know, the drive-through is good when you know what you're getting. You've already looked into it. You've already checked it out. Then you know. Okay, yeah. I mean, he was kind of acting like he wasn't going to let me go. I mean, so we have arrived. And it looks like it's shut down. I don't know. It might be. It might be closed. So, but I don't know you know, I can't really show y'all. Let me see. Can I show it to you? Let me see. Maybe if I did this, you would be able to see the dispensary a little bit. Yeah. So you guys will get to see that. That's not the best view, but I'll be back. Lynette and Jimmy, you're in charge. Let's see how this experiment worked out. Y'all still on there? Who's still on there? Alright, yeah, I did say I was coming back. He got certified. No, I didn't. I did not get certified, did I? No, I did not get certified. What's up, Jimmy? You still here? What did I miss, man? What did I miss? Hold on, I gotta reactivate my GPS here. Like I don't know how to get home or something. Hold on. Oh, hold on, y'all. Let me do this. All right, there we go. All right. So I did get the layered cakes, but you know, pricing in there. Oh shit! Hold up, y'all. Almost ran over a parking block. That would have been all bad. That would have been a bad night tonight. You know, see. Right here, there isn't a parking block, but right there where that handicap thing, there was a parking block. And Mastermind I felt that sucker. I was like, no, I just put new suspension, new axles, tire. I didn't replace all kind of stuff on this car. So I certainly don't want to tear it up by running over a parking block. So I'm glad that I didn't do that. But yeah, he cracked me up. He got certified. Now I asked about some I was gonna get certified stuff, but you know, here's the thing that kind of makes it a little bit frustrating when you go to a dispensary now, because you look at what's online, and what's online isn't what you're going to pay, in a sense that, okay, let's say they're having a sale and the product is X, then that's the sale for like Joe Schmo. Okay, but if you're a medical patient, you don't pay that price. So you're going to pay less than Joe Schmo's plan. But for you to calculate what that's going to be on the fly, on the spot, that's where it gets kind of hard, because like if the item is marked off, today we're having a sale and all this stuff right here is 25% off, then hold on. Wait, I think I just went the wrong way. Yep, I did. But basically, you know, what happens is you have to calculate your discount off the highest price. So instead of it being whatever the sales price is that you see online, it's whatever the regular price is. So if they've got this thing marked up to a crazy price mark, then you get 30% off of that price mark, not 30% off the price they're showing advertising as today's sale. So then, you know, if they were doing it that way, that would be kind of like the old stacking we used to do before, where they would stack discounts. And they don't do that anymore. They don't really stack discounts anymore, for whatever reason. They just don't do that. I wonder what that is. But yeah, so they don't do that anymore. There's no more stacking discounts. You still in here too, Steve? Ohio Dispo prices. Yeah, I mean, there was some things there that were good deals, but what I saw online, what got me ready to come out of my house, what got me in my car to come over here, I didn't see those deals. I didn't see those savings. I just didn't. And that's because what I was looking for had already sold out just right before I got there. If I'd have just maybe took a gamble on it and ordered it online, I probably would end up getting it. But when I got there, it was already gone. And like I said, whenever I find a decent deal like that, if I'm not sure about it, I usually won't pull the trigger on it. I usually will go into the dispensary and ask them to show me what it is, because right now you'll get something, and again, it'll be harvested. Here, I'll give you an example. There's some layer cake in there. I was looking at some layer cake by Grow Ohio, because that's one of my strains, right? And the one I looked, they showed me a 2.8, and it was from January. So this is October. Man, that stuff ain't gonna smoke. That ain't gonna be smoking right at all. It's from freaking 9 months ago. So no, I'm not. And they wanted too much for it. I'm not buying that. I'm not doing it. And then, I mean, for the half ounce that was only harvested a few months later, they still wanted a crazy price for it. I'm sorry, Grow Ohio, your prices are crazy. Your prices, the prices they're asking for your product are crazy. And I ain't gonna pay them. And I'm not gonna tell anybody to pay them either. Sorry, it's not good prices for stuff that has been, that's not even, recently harvested. Now, they even got a strain that I almost bought this for conversation's purpose. They even come out with a strain called Pure Michigan. What are they thinking, man? Oh, I just wanted to buy it just to be buying it, just for the help, for fun, laughs and giggles, man. But for the price that they were asking for it, it should have been the cheapest thing in the whole damn dispensary. But yeah, it was it was expensive. I'm like, man, I'm not gonna buy this, man. And like the guy said, that's why it's sitting. So I did try a new company that's, I believe, connected to Terrasana, which has been around since the program first started. I was one of their first customers. They opened their first dispensary in Columbus, and I stood out there in line to be one of the first people to go in that dispensary. This dispensary I left, Bloom Medicinals, I was also one of their first customers as well, and I was one of the first people to go to their dispensary and do a little video about it and everything else. And that you can watch all. I mean, I've made so many videos now about stuff, I'm losing track. Y'all got to remind me something like, yeah, you did a video about the dispensary, and it's one of the ones that has stayed the same name. I've done videos on some dispensaries and the names have changed. Like when I did Ohio Grown Therapies in Newark, and then it ends up becoming Zen Leaf now. And people at Zen Leaf Newark, it's pretty cool. Even when they switched over, it's pretty cool. So shout out to my folks at Zen Leaf in Newark. But it was one of my favorite videos because it was like a snowstorm happening at the same time. So like I'm out doing my live shot and it's snowing at the same time. Look at that, man. I got the stream all the way up to 1 hour. I wonder how many views we got now, Jimmy. Lynette, are you still here too? So yeah, it'll be interesting to find out if the layered cake, and I'm gonna try that one first. And then this other one I got was called Cap J. And then another thing I got was a Riviera Creek diamond infused Riv stick. The reason that I bought that is because they're hard to come by. Like, there's a whole bunch of infused out there, but they don't really hit me. Like, but those Riviera, the diamond infused garlic cookie one, that's a different story. You stuff one of those up, you're gonna know something. But eventually, pre-rolls. I just want to have a conversation about that and tell me, are you willing to pay a premium price to not roll up a joint? I mean, are you willing to pay somebody else $25, $30 for a 1 gram joint? I mean, is that really what's happening? I mean, even in other states, unless they just have, like, Michigan, they got so many pre-rolls, they don't know what to do with them. So I hear they're selling them for $1 up there right now. More power to them, but I bet them pre-rolls are probably like 2 years old. I wonder how old they are for $1 a pop. Or where is that weed really like legit weed? tested weed. Like, it's just so many things they do up north people don't realize because they're in a hurry. They go there. They don't really know how Michigan game works. So they just go there because their friend said it was cheaper. And they go there and they see it is cheaper. But they really don't know. They don't have an education of what they're getting other than they're getting some cheap weed or cheap vape carts or cheap whatever. But the Michigan market is so slippery and tricky on things. They're banking on the fact that you are not going to ask a lot of questions and don't go there asking about terpene profiles and cannabinoids and whether it has CBG or CBD or CBC in it because they don't want to hear that shit. All they care about is whether or not you want to buy some of that stuff and run it back home to Ohio. Michigan will not survive without Ohio. Let's just be very clear. If we decided as a collective to stop supporting Michigan's cannabis industry, just cut them cold off, man, they'll be making national headlines about how the sudden Michigan's economy is suffering now. Now they're going through a financial crisis. They're literally living like fat cats off the backs of Ohio residents who just haven't gotten fed up enough with Ohio to say enough's enough, cut the prices, and we will come. Because at the end of the day, the folks from Michigan are so bored with the stuff in Michigan that they're coming here to buy the stuff here because it's a closer drive than driving to Illinois. I mean, not that much closer, but I'm just saying, Illinois is, you guys are complaining about 10% tax rate. Look at how much the tax rate in Illinois is higher than that. It's like 20%. Like, I went there and investigated this myself. I went there. And Missouri. And Oklahoma. This stuff is waxing, man. Like, waxing. And my guy just came back from Vegas. And he was like, yeah, I mean, there's some cheap weed there too, but for some good weed, like go to cookies or something, them ounces is still 240 plus. So they're still not as cheap as, you know, what people think they are. I mean, now you go to Colorado, man, they got so much out there, they don't know what to do with it. You go to Cali, they don't know what to do with it. And then, you know, we got this whole game now where, you know, people just repackaging these things and these really cool packaging. I saw some packaging last night that blew my mind. I was like, this stuff, look, it came in a shoebox, okay? It was very nicely decorated. And then inside the shoebox was a package that was shaped like a pair of Air Jordans. So they was trying to call this like the Jordan of weed. And it was pretty cool. Like, I just thought, you know, the packaging, you know, how much goes into that versus quality. But I just thought, you know, if Ohio had marketing, if the dispensary was selling vanity packs the way they sell them in Cali and elsewhere with the cool graphics on it, they would be selling a lot more weed. Just on the people like to collect the bag and take pictures of it for social media and whatnot. And that's you know, the cooler stuff to do in the culture. And to have, you know, because a lot of cannabis packaging, it gets down in the artwork. And, you know, the artwork can sell the product more than the product itself. Many of you probably know this. And then, you know, like, somebody's like, oh, man, this stuff looks great, man. And the guy's like, nah, don't buy this. And then he sells you the pack that has the crumbs in it, ends up being the better weed. But it just don't look all that great. So, you know, I learned that sometimes something can look amazing and look frosty and look great and end up being straight up mid, straight up reg. And, you know, that's one thing a lot of people don't know. You know, we got a lot of companies now that are selling the same strain. Like, I looked at it like today, Permanent Marker. I think 3 companies are selling Permanent Marker. Grow Ohio, and then Clutch, and then Certified. All 3 selling the same strain. Ice cream cake. Clutch selling ice cream cake. King City selling ice cream cake. Okay, whose is better? I'm trying to find that out right now. You know, wedding cake. only company selling wedding cake that I know about is Woodward. So if you want wedding cake, you can only get it Woodward. Sunset Sherbet, another strain I almost bought today, but I didn't. But that's the kind of stuff, like, you're looking for the deal, and you're like, where is the deal? And that's what we had to, like, just base everything off, is who's got the deal, who's got the genetics. And all these genetics ain't created equal. I mean, there's 2 or 3 different ice cream cake breeders that people normally go to, and some of their stuff is hidden and some of it ain't. Y'all know it. A lot of people like that clutch ice cream cake, and it's decent if you like ice cream cake. It's like something like that is something you get as it's ice cream cake. It's a treat. It's not an everyday strain for me. I can't smoke ice cream cake weed every day. And that's what you got to find out as a cannabis consumer in this market out here, is what can you smoke every day and be satisfied with. You'll find out you need something different, like every couple of days, to keep your system from just like being bored with it. It's like, if I smoked the same strain 7 days a week, I would be miserable. I'm like, man, this tastes the same. Same old taste, same old effect. You just get tired of it, man. It's like eating food. You can't eat chicken 7 days a week. You're going to have to mix it up and eat something else. The same thing with the cannabis. Like, in order for it to be effective, you have to develop a menu. That's what I'm trying to say. You got to develop a menu of things that you like. I don't care whether it comes from your dealer or from your home grow, from dispensaries or Michigan. You gotta, and that's the thing about the Michigan thing, right? Like, you might go to Michigan and get some really good weed in Michigan, right? It's really great weed. It's wonderful weed. But then you want to go back and get that exact same weed and it's gone. You can't find it. You can't get it. That's what was happening to me up there. Like, they had this one weed up there that was so good. Oh yeah, Michigan GMO. Anybody that's had Michigan weed, if you ever had the Michigan GMO, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's straight gas. It's not the greatest looking weed, but it's some good gas. It's good effects. It'll put you down nice if you like that kind of stuff. And I went everywhere, every dispensary in Michigan looking for that GMO. And it was only 1 or 2 cultivators who grew it, who were just home growers. And then when the program switched over to the MSOs I was talking about the other day, that shit's gone. Like, there used to be a Willie Nelson up there too. Willie Nelson used to be the shit. Go up there, get some Willie Nelson, man. Now it's it's not, and it wasn't even really sanctioned Willie's. Like, it wasn't Willie's Reserve. It was just Willie Nelson. That was the name of the strain, but it was a great energy boosting sativa. Then, I mean, we had stuff like Alaskan Thunderfuck. We still don't have that here. But we should have it, right? But we don't. We got strains like Fresh Powder. I'm trying to make sense of that. Like, and Fruity Strawberry or some shit. Like, Ohio, they backing us in there and calling these ridiculous names for some of these strains because the true name of the strain, the state won't approve it. So that's why we're missing stuff like AK-47, because the state won't approve AK-47 because that's obviously a firearm, and that's not a good look. If we had a gummy bear kush, they would not approve it because of the word gummy bear. Like, oh my God, that might be something a kid might want to buy, some gummy bear kush. Like, some kids, it's like, Mom, I need some gummy bear kush. Like, that shit's not happening. We do not sell gummy bears in Ohio. If you go to a dispensary and they sell you some damn gummy bears, you better put that shit back on the counter and say, I don't want that. Because we don't have gummy bears in the Ohio program. Not in the hemp and not in the CBD. I've never seen no gummy bears here. Now, they might come from another state. They might sell in all kind of gummy bears. But Ohio, we are not selling no gummy bear edibles in our dispensaries, in our licensed dispensaries. And, hemp stores, hemp corner store, gas gas station, DoorDash, they selling whatever they can get away with selling. Okay, I can't speak for them, but I can say ain't nobody selling no dang on gummy bears. I mean, get out of here. Like, and then a lot of other stuff we see people try to like pun on, like Rice Krispie treats or something. We're not selling no damn Rice Krispie treats in here. That's that homemade shit. And ain't nothing wrong with homemade stuff. I just won't do it, but I'm not knocking it. But we're not. That's not the kind of stuff we're selling in our dispensaries. We're selling things that are professionally made with high grade equipment and tested by professional labs. You know, there's a lot of people who say they'll eat Ohio edibles and they ain't working. And part of the reason that is occurring is because we're not, as a state, as a cannabis culture, we're not educating people about edibles. Let's talk about edibles for a second. 3 different categories the way I look at edibles. You have full spectrum edibles that are made from the strain, and I might say, and Clutch used to do this, they had an ice cream cake candy bar. The ice cream cake candy bar was made from ice cream cake flour material, and it was full spectrum. Therefore, when you ate it, if you had ever consumed some ice cream cake flour or concentrate, and then you ate the candy bar, you're gonna taste the spectrum of that. You're gonna taste the terpene profile from that plant in that edible. That's a full spectrum edible. Okay. The next edible is a basic distillate edible. That means I took whatever edible I made, a cookie, a gummy, a brownie, or whatever, and I extracted THC oil from any plant that I could find in any biomass that I could find, and I extracted pure THC from that, Delta 9 THC from that, and I made that in a distillate. Distillate is a base, and you build on that base. So once I make my distillate base, I can add organic, plant-derived cannabis terpenes, or I can add botanical terpenes, or I can just give you a gummy or a brownie and just infuse it with distillate, and now you have an infused edible. That's distillate, okay? And then the last thing that's still relatively new that people are not that educated on is a water-soluble edible. An edible that does not process through your liver, but indeed process through your saliva. Tinctures is one of these things you put on your tongue and it goes through your saliva. But they also figured out how to make water-soluble edibles like gummies, powders, drink mixes, things of that nature, sugars. And these things, as soon as they hit water or fluid, they're going to actually enter the system. So you can mix it in a drink, and boom, as soon as you drink it, it's gonna hit you sooner and faster. Water soluble is saliva and in your bloodstream. Distillate processed through your liver. Depending on your weight and the way your body structure and makeup, and everyone is different, and your endocannabinoid system, it may take 30 minutes to 3 hours or longer for a distillate-based edible to have any impact on you whatsoever, if any. And again, if your liver absorbs all of it, you may not feel it at all. Another thing is, I feel like anything that's hard, I have liver disease, so anything that would be hard on my liver, I'm most certainly going to avoid it. So I avoid a lot of distillate-based edibles, and instead I look for water-soluble edibles. I want to feel it right away. So that's like your sprays, your your sprays, some of your, like I said, gummies and other things. But you're going to know it's water-soluble because it's going to advertise it on the packaging. It's going to say it, and that's what you're looking for if you want to feel an effect fast. If you want a delayed reaction, so you got things to do and you want to plan it out, then you eat a distillate gummy. But when you look at dosing for distillate gummies, okay, this is what I was talking about. Somebody says, I ate a 500 milligram gummy and I felt nothing. Well, how much does that person weigh? No, not trying to say they're fat or skinny, but a big person, maybe a 200-pound person eating a 500 milligram gummy, depending on what the state of their liver is, whether they've added any other things to it, any other drugs or alcohol, or they eat a lot of food. If you eat the edible with a fatty meal, this can make it work. There's different ways to make edibles trigger faster. But again, When someone tells me they ate 1,000 milligram, 500 milligram, and they say I didn't feel nothing, the first thing I want to know was it what was in it? Was it distillate based? Because usually people like that, they require water soluble because it just doesn't metabolize in their liver right, and they just don't feel it. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with you if you're the person that's listening to this, hearing me say that. You just been asking for the wrong edibles all this time and wasting your money. Now, I'll answer something else. Now, why does somebody go to Michigan and buy 1,000 milligram or 500 milligram edible there and say that it's stronger than Ohio? Well, a couple reasons. First of all, the Michigan THC limit is a lot higher than the Ohio THC limit on some things. On edibles, actually, Ohio's limit is actually higher. It's just the way that Michigan is packaging and selling it. It appears it's higher. And Michigan, their edibles lean stronger, meaning that they might say 500, but believe me, it's probably 700. It might be 8, might even be 1,000 with Michigan. Michigan always undercuts their number on the edibles. So like they're always making stuff stronger than what they say it is. I remember some of my early packaging, getting stuff from Michigan and getting edible that said, you know, if you start feeling overwhelmed, stay calm, drink lots of water, don't panic, everything will be okay soon. So like they were already setting the expectation that you were going to have some type of reaction to the edible that, you know, may have been a surprise to you. And any true edible, veteran edible user who has ate commercially made edibles and homemade edibles knows about that time they ate the gummy, the brownie, the cookie. It was just too strong. It damn near made them feel like they had been poisoned, and they either wanted to go to the hospital or they did secretly go to the hospital and will never admit it to any of their friends that they ate an edible that was way too strong because they kept saying, I got a high tolerance, I got a high tolerance. And then somebody gave them an edible and showed them they don't have a high tolerance. They just weren't eating the right edibles. So like that's why I learned a lot about making edibles, eating edibles, and understanding how they work, and why, you know, when I eat edibles, my advice that I give people always is start slow, go low and slow, and, you know, build up to what, eat them until you know, eat one and wait, especially if it's distillate based, because you never, once you eat one once, you'll learn exactly what the activation time will be, and then after that you can plan ahead and be like, okay, I know if I ate this 20 milligram gummy that it's going to take an effect in 30 minutes for me, or it's going to take 3 hours for me to feel this gummy. I need to eat, you know, and if I eat 2 gummies, I'll feel it faster. Now I know if I'm going to go out dinner with friends, I better not eat them 2 gummies until I get home. And that's kind of how I think about edibles in general. Is I never, somebody gives me gummies or something when I'm out and about, I never partake in those things while I'm out and about, because there's too much of an unknown as to when those things will come into effect. So next time you're out and about, or you go somewhere, you're buying edibles and you're thinking about eating one while you're out and about, remember this video. Remember what Mastermind said. You need to know what the activation time is on that edible for you specifically, because it varies person to person. And something that hits somebody in 30 minutes may hit the next person in 3 hours or not at all. And you need to know that, because you do not want to be out with your friends and have a heavy hitter edible hit you. It is very unpleasant experience, and most times can be embarrassing because your friends are laughing at you because you're sitting there droopy eyed, or you're appear to be somewhat incapacitated because you ate too many edibles before the party started. Now you're the guy that wants to go home because you're too tired and you don't want to finish out whatever you're doing. Believe me, I've been in these situations with these gummies, and as you can see, I'm pulling up to my house, to the Bat Cave. So y'all, thanks for riding with me, listening to me jibber jabber. Again, like I said, we probably broke a streaming record. Maybe we didn't. I'm going to look and see right now and see. Let's see what we did here. Let's see. RSO takes about 3 hours for it to kick in for you. That man, that's a long time. That's a long time. Yeah, I remember when they were uh in 2018 they were they were a little bit double that price. So I mean, it makes sense that you know they've come down complete pretty cheap. And we have stuff here that ends up being like that. It just depends on who's selling it, who's making it, and what their surplus is. A lot of times, a lot of people they have some stuff like Bentley stuff, for example. Like everybody was just saying, man, we can't keep their stuff. It's hard to get, you know. So I'm about to show y'all what I got. I got the layered cake, and this is the packaging here on this with the official DCC logo. And I don't know what's going on with this drawing here. I don't know what's happening right here, and this was harvested in May, packaged in August. We're looking at total THC of 25%. Yeah, I'm not borrowing YouTube right now. They're probably cussing me out, but all right, whatever. And now I got something called Cap J. It's testing at 30%. It was harvested in May, packaged in July. So it's been sitting for about 3 months. I'm wondering how it's going to do. And then I've got the Riviera Riv Stick, which is a little bit fresher. August manufacture date, packaged in September. So, I mean, they let a Riv Stick cure for a month? I don't know. But these are supposed to be, this is a diamond infused one. Oh, yeah. Riv Stick diamond infused. So, I mean, we've been streaming for an hour. We're about to try this out, see how this goes. You got the Neighborhood's Blue Sushi, was pretty tasty. Really? Okay. Ah, the Essence is this Verano renamed? Ah, are you serious? Let me look. Hold up. Mother's Grows Best. That's Verano. You're absolutely right. I did not know that. Yep. See, we learning now. Let me try to make that change. Okay. Layered cakes. All right. Y'all been on here with me for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna open it up live. Let's see. Let me see. Hold up. All right. Let's see. Layered cakes. They probably wish I'd do this separately, but okay. Two nice sized Dookie buds. All right. Kind of has a. It kind of smells a little bit like ice cream cake. All right. Let's check out the neighborhood stuff. Neighborhood stuff. It's Cap J. Cap J. Okay. Don't like the jar. Neighborhoods. Uh. Too. I'm not a child. Urgh. Ugh. Too hard. Whew. This is Smalls. Don't look that bad. Smell wise, when I first took it out, I couldn't really smell it. Turk Proud didn't smell that great to me. What I think is lacking here, both of these companies should have invested in the moisture packs to help preserve terps. I do smell terps here, but on this one with the packaging, I mean, I don't like this. I mean, it's weird. I don't know why Yeah, this child lock on these, I don't like it. This one, I can just open it. So, the child lock on it is a little bit rough. But yeah, that's not bad for some moon rock, for real, for real. 10 a gram. I mean, right now I think it's like 20 a gram here, which is what it was back in the day when it first come out. Uh, you already know I'm trying this layered cake first, right? But yeah, I'm gonna get off here with y'all, take some pictures of it so I can post them on here so y'all can see what it looks like a little bit better. Be sure to smash that like subscribe button, and I'm gonna see you on the next live stream. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Make sure y'all get them tickets for the expo. I hope to see you there. Peace.